Scott DesJarlais is a pro-life conservative Republican congressman from Tennessee. Here's the only problem. It turns out he had a lot of mistresses. In fact, he told one of his mistresses, hey, get an abortion. Now, that would be a bit of a problem since he's pro-life. No, he's pro-life if it's your kid and you got pregnant, or it's your mistress and she got pregnant. Oh, my mistress? Oh, hell no, I ain't no pro-life. Okay, you go get an abortion right away. But this guy is so dumb, he recorded it, and that's how we found out. He had the tapes of him telling his own mistress, hey, listen, man, that put me in trouble. I'm trying to get back together with my wife. Go ahead and get that abortion. In fact, it turned out that he had slept with her even though she was his own patient. He was a doctor, believe it or not. He still is. His medical license should be immediately revoked. And in fact, there are citizen groups calling for that. Why? Turns out he didn't do it just once. It wasn't an indiscretion. He tried to seduce all of his patients he was interested in. That leads us to his second mistress, the second coming, if you will. So, now, she's come out and got statements, and she says, Scott was just a regular guy. Well, that's good. He smoked pot. He did all that stuff. I love how conservative he was. Well, you look at that, man of principle, right? My guess is, turns out that Scott DesJarlais is in fact for the war on drugs and is not in favor of legalization, unless, of course, he's the one smoking pot. This guy is the definition of Republican hypocrisy. His second mistress continues. His biggest thing that's completely unethical is him just picking up women while he's a doctor. I mean, seriously, that's his big no-no. He's just a hound. I imagine so. So, surprisingly here, the Democrats are trying to not let him get away with it. Normally they would, but here's a super PAC. They're running a lot of ads against DesJarlais saying this.
First came the news.
The pro-life supporter had an affair with a patient a decade ago, and after learning she was pregnant, urged her to have an abortion.
And now,
Tennessee's oldest and largest conservative organization is mounting a campaign to force the resignation of Representative Scott DesJarlais.
DesJarlais is not only a hypocrite, but a fraud.
Indeed. By the way, we're not done yet. He said in his divorce papers that he had 4 mistresses. So I can't wait for the third coming and then the fourth coming. Believe it or not, last poll done, he's still up by 16. Because facts are irrelevant to right-wing Republican voters. They're like, pro-life, it turns out he loves abortions. Who cares? War on drugs, it turns out he smokes pot all the time. Who cares? Family values, turns out he's got 4 mistresses. Who cares? Who do I vote for? Like, he's got a Republican next to his name? That's it, I'm voting for that guy. Because the Democrats are anti-family values and pro-choice. And they smoke pot. No, that's your guy! All right, let's see if he winds up winning or losing. Nice little drama, and we'll report it to you on election night on the Young Turks.